Just got to ask, so you play a lot of instruments. It's not a one-man band, though, the group?
No, it's not, because there's other people who play some instruments better than me, particularly bass. I don't play any bass, and there's some guys who do some amazing, crazy guitar stuff that I just can't do. So.
Yeah. So what do you play yourself, though?
I play guitar, but I guess my main instrument is piano or keyboards.
Cool.
But I play most of the guitars on the songs as well.
Do you think it's easier once you've learnt one to then sort of adapt to the other once you know basic notes and chords?
Yeah, no, definitely. I never sort of learned properly to play guitar. I just taught myself. But you can easily do it once you sort of understand the basics. Mm. Yeah. So.
That's cool. I find it a bit hard. Like I start with the chords and then it stops for a while and I have to learn all over again. But no, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know if my technique's good or bad or not, but it works. So,
it works. It's good enough.
Yeah. Well, we've read that your name comes from, is it a book or an author called Albert Camus? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so he's a French existentialist author. I didn't know any of this, but I saw the quote on the side of a hall in Darlinghurst. I'd been away for sort of a couple of months and came back. It was a really hot day, saw this quote scrawled on the side of a hall and thought, wow, that's really cool. And then I sort of looked it up on Google and found it was by this guy. So
cool. No, I like that you know what it's about. It's like when people sometimes get a tattoo or t-shirt but have no idea what it means.
They're like the Chinese characters.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about the internet now. If you see something cool, you can actually research it first instead of just getting it tattooed or band name or something.
Correct.
Yeah. Also, with the band, the sound is very 80s influence. Is that correct to say?
Look, probably because we've got we use a couple of 80s analog synths quite a lot, and I don't know. Like there's an album called Songs from the Big Chair by Tears for Fears, which is just amazing. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that album in some way sort of influenced the sound.
Whether like subconsciously or purposefully, it just came out.
I'm sure. Yeah, and even the stuff. There's even stuff that Bruce Springsteen did in the 80s when he was in the synthesizer phase, and I don't know.
Because I think everyone in that time went through that phase, though, whether they wanted to or not. Yeah. What do you think it is about that sound, though, that still resonates with people now?
I don't know. It's pretty epic, I guess. It's like a big sound. It's sort of, I don't know. You can just do so many different things with it by playing around with the different knobs, and I don't know. I hope it resonates with people. So.
Well, I guess you've got some 80s influences, but you've got a song called Lonely in Paradise. Was that influenced by any particular location as well in particular?
No, that's just sort of about, it was actually sort of, I had in my mind the idea of like a king. I actually woke up with the melody of that and that lyric in my head, and I sort of then wrote it about, a king who's sort of really powerful and successful, but in that he feels sort of lonely and he wishes he was just a normal guy on the street, sort of having a normal life. So that was what it was really about. There weren't any other particular influences for it.
That's really cool. Well, we'll have more with Matt from the Invincible Summer after the break. Don't go anywhere.
He'll also be performing his hit Runaway, so stick around for that. It's coming up here on 1700.
We're still here with Matt from the Invincible Summer, and that name seems to be really, really central to the music. I guess it actually comes across the whole summer theme. You grew up on the beach, still live around there. How important is it?
It's pretty important. I mean, the beach is like really important to the whole theme and everything, and the music's all supposed to be about sort of having fun and. I don't know, it reminds us of the beach, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it for sure.
Well, I guess in interviews you've also mentioned that you love travelling and photography. Is there any one place in particular that's a source of inspiration for you, or that?
Like lots of different places. I mean, I like photography probably because I don't read a lot, so I can't concentrate for that long. But I don't know. Like, it sounds cliche, but New York, particularly in winter, I think when it's snowing, is an amazing place. Or even like the English countryside is just spectacular. Have birds flying around and butterflies. And
so you're not completely against winter. You do enjoy winter in
no,
some
I do.
places.
I mean, winter can be like a really magical time. So particularly when it snows, it's just phenomenal coming from Australia.
Well, I've been asked this travel question this week. I'm going to ask it to you.
Yes.
If you were offered $100 million to never travel again, would you take it? Or you're not allowed to leave Australia?
Probably. No, I couldn't. You'd take it, but then you'd end up giving it back, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think you'd probably enjoy life with that if you didn't have to
The
travel.
first thing you'd want to do is get on a plane
But
and
you
go
could
away.
build your own like mock-ups of other countries with your money.
This is little New York, and buy a
Yeah.
snow machine. It's good
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
No, I suppose that's
No,
true.
it would be a pretty boring life, to be honest. Yeah. So,
That's
no.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I just wanted to touch on something you mentioned, that you don't read, and you've also said that you don't really watch TV or anything.
Yeah, that's true. I watch cooking shows because I like to cook. But yeah, I don't know. I do struggle to concentrate on particularly movies. Like I don't watch movies at all,
Oh.
unless it's like stupid old movies.
What was the last movie you did watch?
The Lost Boys.
Ah, that's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Again, from the 80s. Can't go wrong with anything from there.
Yeah, you can't go
the
wrong with
whole
anything from
running
the
theme
80s. I don't know. Back to the Future. Like that's not a good
Yeah.
movie, but I did watch that.
Oh, it's
Well,
not a good movie.
Well,
She's going to go crazy now.
Yeah.
well, what do you do then to unwind?
Play music and cook mainly. You know, that's mainly what
It's
I
not
do.
a terrible
so.
combo.
Yeah, no, they're both sort of creative things and they're fun. So,
Any specialty dish?
well, I don't eat meat, so I like cooking a lot of Moroccan food. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
So when can we expect an album, or what's out at the moment?
At the moment we've got 2 singles out, Runaway and To the Sky, both out digitally, and we'll have an album out, you know, early next year, probably March or April, something like that. We'll probably bring another single out in March.
Oh, cool.
And then, definitely an album's coming. So we're just finishing off the last songs at the moment.
Oh, awesome.
So we're very excited.
That's really cool. So which track are you going to play for us tonight?
Going to play Runaway.
Cool. What can people expect acoustically? It's a little bit different.
Oh, it's totally different. Has to be. I had to learn to play it on guitar. So. But yeah, we'll give it a go.
That's cool. Not as 80s sounding, but still pretty
Absolutely
awesome.
not. Yeah, well, I'll try.
Yeah. Well, that's coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks. This is Matt from the Invincible Summer.